Big up guys, welcome again to another stream. And obviously this time it's the transfer one. And obviously, well, it was supposed to be 5:30. I was going to do this. So apologies guys that it wasn't for the delay and everything. But I'm here now. Really want to get on with and do all this. I was going to do this yesterday, transfer stream, but obviously other things going on. It was Sunday, of course. So I didn't manage to, but today I really want to go into all this, especially with Kelleher going to join us. A deal confirmed, a deal agreed for 18 million altogether. Initially 12.5 million initial signing. And by the way, that's the link if anyone does want to hop on, watching in live chat or whatever else, and you want to hop on and talk about the Bees transfers or any other transfers, is up to you. Don't have to be for us. The Bees ones can be for anyone else. So if you want to come on and chat about that, but obviously I'm going into the Bees ones. So important to me. We're signing players, so it's good. Happy. Well, this was our main one, the goalie. We had to sign a new goalie. Flekken isn't up to it. And he's going to Bayer Leverkusen, thankfully. Well, that's certainly not exactly confirmed just yet, but it was all dependent on this guy coming. And now he's going to come. So Flekken will be going the other way now to Bayer in Germany, of course. And good luck to him, but I don't think he was cut out for this, for the Premier. As much as he had some good stats at times, he still was letting in the goals. And I know some other people liked him, thought he's not that bad a keeper. But I always saw the shit that he done and wasn't really up to it, I'm afraid. And he had to go. And I'm glad he is going. We've got this guy in. He's going to be properly confirmed soon. Apparently he's got the medicals. He's had the medical today. As I say, 12.5 initial signing on fee from Liverpool and 18 mil altogether. So we got ourselves a bargain, really, you would say. Absolute bargain. Yeah, Kev, be up to you, Kev. Thanks for coming in here. Kev Flavian. Cheers. Great to see you, mate. Yeah, Kelleher is from Cork like myself, so we'll definitely look out of interest at Brentford's results next season. Quality signing for you. All right, yeah. Cheers, mate. Cheers, bro. That's great. I'm glad. I thought it was a great signing. We do need a proper keeper, and he is. He's a quality keeper, absolutely. And, I'm glad we got him. It's brilliant. So just going to obviously go into the article, what it says. Here we go. Obviously hasn't fully happened just yet. It's still the medical going on. But I think once that's cleared, the medical's sorted, we get confirmation very soon. Trying to share this. It's not doing it. Hold on a minute, guys. Trying to share this screen. It's not working. Hold on. Right, here we go. Here it comes. Yeah, got another comment here from Zane. Zane Manif or Hanif. Sorry, Zane Hanif. Be up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in again. Brilliant. He's won so many trophies for us. I think he deserves to be number one, and he can succeed at Brentford. Definitely, yeah. Cheers, bro. Yeah. I hope he will. I think we've got ourselves a real proper keeper now. Could help us get maybe into Europe next season. You never know. Or maybe get us a trophy. Because it's not just goals and stuff that win your trophies. And, not even defending. It's goalkeepers as well. that get you these things, that can win you these things, you know. Save penalties and things like that, and important saves at the right time. You know, they can get you these trophies. So I think we got a decent-ish defence without being totally solid like it was when it came up. But with him now at the back, I think that strengthens it. I think we always had that nagging doubt, you know, not much confidence as such in Flekken to really save everything and, you know, keep us in the games. That's the problem. I think we kind of had that with Raya, that you always knew that he was going to save most things and do really well. But with Flekken, we wasn't so sure. And now we've got this guy behind that defence. And I think it's going to be a lot more solid next season. I really do. And, you know, we keep Collins. I'm sure Collins will stay. And obviously got Vandenberg, but we've also got Pinnock still. You know, we've got Coyote now, right back. We've got Henry coming back. Still Lewis Potter still there. So really, it's going to be quite a solid defence, hopefully, with that goalie there now. He does have a mistake in him, but I think positives outweigh all the negatives. Yeah, as long as he don't have as many mistakes as Flekken has done. Well, you know, I'm sure he can't be. Got to be better than him. I've seen this guy have some great games. This Kelleher saves some stuff, penalties and everything. So, you know, I think we've done the right thing here. No brainer. And I knew we were actually interested in getting in before, but of course Liverpool didn't get the other goalie, did you? So, but like you got him now though, and so obviously you can let Kelleher go. So, yeah, Kev again. First team football is everything, and will only improve his game even more playing week in, week out. Yeah, we'll be rooting for you every match except against Sunderland. Yeah. Congrats by the way on coming up there, Kev, for Sunderland. Well done, mate. Congrats, brilliant. You know, just about done it by the seat of your pants, but you sort of got there, and well done. Just hope you can stay up. You know, I mean, I always like to give the lower teams, the smaller teams. You know, I always like to back them because, like ourselves, you know, and if you want a real model of being a Premier team that can stay up and cement a place in the Premier, that's us. You know, we've done it now. 4 seasons, we'll be 5 now. We'll be in the Prem. So you know, if Sunderland can achieve that and stay in the Premier, that'd be amazing. But anyway, getting on to this. Yeah, Liverpool transfer news. Brentford agree £18 million deal to sign Kelleher. I hope that's right. I hope I butchered his name. I expect you'll know it probably, Kev, his name. How you actually pronounce his name, the first name. I think it's Kelleher. Could be wrong. But anyway, Brentford have agreed an initial £12.5 million deal with Liverpool for backup goalkeeper Kelleher. The Bees have agreed in principle to sell Mark Flekken to Bayer Leverkusen. The two clubs have agreed a fee in the region of £11 million. £11 million for the Dutch international. That's pretty good. Got £11 million for him. More than I thought we'd get, to be quite honest with you. And, yeah. Liverpool goalkeeper Kelleher will have his medical at Brentford on Monday ahead of an initial £12.5 million move. Well, obviously that's today, the medical, so it's either still going on or it's finished and there will be confirmation. But obviously we'll obviously do another stream, probably tomorrow, if it is totally confirmed, which I'm sure it will be. It won't be long. Performance-related add-ons could take the eventual fee to £18 million. Meanwhile, Brentford's first choice goalkeeper from last season, Mark Flekken, is also expected to undergo his Bayer Leverkusen medical today, according to Sky in Germany. Brentford are expected to receive £11 million for the 31-year-old, Sky Sports News have reported. Flekken has agreed to sign a deal until 2028 at Leverkusen, where he will link up with former Man United boss Erik ten Hag. Kelleher is someone Brentford have tracked for a long time, and they were interested before they signed Flekken. Yeah, exactly. But here it is here. It says it here. But Liverpool have only been open to selling him since securing Georgi Mamadashvili from Valencia last summer. Brentford have been facing competition from other clubs for Kelleher, 26, including from Leeds and West Ham. But Thomas Frank's side have a strong relationship with Liverpool, having secured Sepp Vandenberg and Fabio Carvalho from Anfield last summer. For an initial net outlay of £1.5 million, Brentford are replacing a goalkeeper who is 32 in 12 days for a 26-year-old from Liverpool. A shrewd piece of business from Brentford's Director of Football Phil Giles and Technical Director Lee Dykes. It really is shrewd. We are shrewd. But, no doubt about it, we are very shrewd when it comes to signings. We really are. Yeah, that's from Kev again. Thanks, mate. It was an amazing way to get promoted, scoring in the last few minutes of the match. Yeah, it's going to be incredibly difficult next season, but if we spend wisely, I think we have a chance. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, of course you do. If you do spend wisely, I'm sure you will, mate. And you keep some of them players that got you up, and very good players you got. I'm sure you do well next season. His name is pronounced Queven. Oh, Queven. It's actually Irish for Kevin. Oh, right, yeah. So, Queven Kelleher. Oh, right. Okay, mate. Nice one, bro. Now I know. So it's Queven Kelleher. Right. James Dunlop. Yeah, it'll be up to you, bro. I ain't seen you for a while, man. What have you been up to? Evening, Mr. B. Kelleher is a good move for you guys in the long run. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure is, man. And congrats to Everton again. They're safe yet again, for another season in the Prem. Well done to you lads. Brilliant. And I bet you're all looking forward to getting to your new stadium, I'm sure. That should be good, mate. I hope you enjoy it there at your new one. Yeah, analysis. Kelleher deserves chance to shine. Yeah. Sky Sports Sam Blitz. Even though he was Alisson Becker's number 2 at Anfield, Kelleher played his part in Liverpool's title success. He featured 10 times in the Premier League as he covered for the Brazilian through injury and unavailability. And Kelleher performed very well, finishing in the top dozen goalkeepers for save percentage and passes completed, which is what a Brentford goalkeeper needs to do quite a bit of. That's because Mark Flekken, who Kelleher will replace as the Bees' number 1, finished top out of all the Premier League goalkeepers in those two metrics. Yeah, but still gave goals away. I'm sorry, he did. Whatever. You can't always go by stat. Sorry, you can't. But, I think we've got the better goalie now in Queven Kelleher. Brentford allow lots of shots on goal, while they also play a mix of clever direct long balls or risky passes out the back to soak up pressure. True. Yeah, most passes attempted in open play per 90. Premier League goalkeepers 24-25. Mark Flekken, number 1, 32.77. Queven Kelleher, 29.2. Number 3, Bart Verbruggen, 28.36. Edison, 4th, 27.38. And 5th, Stefan Ortega, 27.19. So Kelleher finishing second to Flekken in passes attempted per 90 last season is a positive sign. The countryman Nathan Collins, also an important part of the Brentford defence. It feels like a well-suited move for both goalkeeper and his new club. Hal Grimson, wants to see Kelleher move. Cardiff Island boss Hermia Hallgrimsson spoke openly about wanting Kelleher to leave Anfield in search of regular minutes as a first-choice goalkeeper elsewhere. Kelleher capped 22 times for his country already, secured his second Premier League title with the Reds this season, but only started 10 games with Alisson ahead of him in the pecking order. I just want him to go to a club where he will play on a regular basis, and he will at the Bees, definitely. He'll be our number one, definitely, said Hallgrimsson earlier in May. He has been playing at the highest level, whether it's the Champions League or the Premier League, and done really well. I just want him to be happy and playing regularly. I know he wants to be playing at the highest level, I guess. I don't know for sure he will be playing at the highest level. He has spoken about that himself. I don't mind where, so long as he's playing on a regular basis, because he's too good not to be playing. As I already mentioned, this guy as well, Coyote, is signed for Brentford permanently. Brentford are looking to get their business in the summer window done early after already confirming the signing of Michael Coyote on a 5-year deal. Another great bit of business, shrewd bit of business this. Brilliant. The club also have an option to extend his contract by an additional 12 months. Coyote began a half-season loan with the club from Fiorentina in January, which has now been made permanent until at least 2030. We're delighted to confirm that Michael Coyote has completed a permanent move to Brentford on an initial 5-year deal. On signing his new contract, the 20-year-old defender said, "I'm so excited to extend my stay at Brentford. I have felt so welcome from the first day I arrived at the club, thanks to my teammates and the care the coaching staff have shown me. I've wanted to play in the Premier League since I was a child, and it's been so good to do that here. I can't wait for more next season and beyond." Brilliant. Superb. And, but anyway, getting back to that with Kelleher, that obviously means that, we all know that Flekken will go to Bayer Leverkusen. And that's brilliant. That's what I want. But I think Queeving Kelleher is going to be a brilliant goalie for us. And, I think it's going to help us win stuff. I really do. And what a great deal. Shrewd deal again on the Bees. Superb. Right, hold on a minute, guys. Just want to change this a minute. Just going to get out of that. And change this background, because we're going to talk about this guy. And of course it is Flekken. Mark Flekken is going to Bayer Leverkusen, thankfully. Brilliant. Can't wait. It's really good, to get rid of him. Okay, yes, a lot of people say, great stats, he's done well, he's done this and that, but I still know at the end of the day he's made some big mistakes as well. And, it's unacceptable, and it's cost us at times. It really has. And for me, I just knew he had to go. He just wasn't good enough. And Bayer won him. And of course, that's Erik ten Hag. He's there. And I'm glad they won him, because we need to get rid of him. We really did. And, obviously now he's going to go to Bayer. So, we're all getting what we want here. Bayer want this guy, they want him, and we want rid of him. So, So here we go. Just going to bring this one up. Hold on a minute, guys. Well, yeah, I'll bring this up. Hold on 1 minute, 1 sec. Just going to bring this up and the screen. And it's going to say that we reached a full agreement to sell Flekken to Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, we've got some more comments here. Jordan, big up to you, bro. Great to see you in here, Jordan. Jordan Hyman, Liverpool fan, of course. Take good care of Kelleher. He is an amazing shot stopper. I know you are a Brentford fan, Steve. It's sad we have to play against one of ours. We wish him good luck at Brentford. Yeah, cheers for that, bro. Thank you. And thanks for letting us have him. Thanks, man. Brilliant. Well, you didn't let us have him. We had to pay, but it's not as much. It's a good deal, 12.5 originally, and then 18 mil. We're not paying that much, Yeah, be up to you, Rich. Red Devil United. Big up, people. Be up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in. James Dunlop, all right, Rich. All right, Jordan. Yeah. Jordan, yeah. Hyman, yo, James. And Red Devil United again. Hi, James and Jordan. And anyway, getting back to this. Yeah, it says Brentford and Bayer Leverkusen reached full agreement on €10 million Mark Flekken transfer. Sport Build reports that after rejecting an initial lowball bid for keeper Mark Flekken, Brentford have apparently opted not to engage in much of a bidding war with Bayer Leverkusen. Negotiations for the 31-year-old's return to the Bundesliga were concluded much earlier than expected. Brentford shall receive €10 million in exchange for their number one, some €3 million less than initially requested. But we got rid of him, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. Flekken is set to become Leverkusen's new first-choice keeper, an odd development that at least keeps pace with Flecken's odd career trajectory. Leverkusen appear to have many keepers of the future over the past few years. It simply hasn't materialised for the likes of Machai Kovar, Patrick Pence and Leonard Grill. Squad captain Lucas Hradecki, 35, has long shown signs of being past his prime. Hence, it will be the former Freiburg man who takes up the mantle between the sticks, Flekken. Famously lampooned for one of football's greatest goalkeeping blunders whilst and MSV Duisburg spent 3 years as a backup, in part due to injury problems at Freiburg, before finally getting his chance as a Bundesliga starter, and later a Dutch international in 2021 at the age of 28. A pair of successful seasons under SCF head coach Christian Streich, whatever, during the 21-22 and 22-23 campaigns enabled him to pump his estimated market value up from €2 million to €12 million. Freiburg sold into Brentford for €13 million 2 summers ago. So there we go. And the main thing is he's going. We're taking a hit on the price. A lot less than we paid for him, I guess. Well, nearly. But, we got rid of the guy. He just wasn't quite up to it. I'm sorry, he just wasn't. And, he's gone. And I wish him good luck, though, at Bayer. Well, he is going. It's not totally confirmed, but of course, it won't be long. I would say tomorrow or Wednesday it'll be totally confirmed, I reckon. Obviously, confirmation of Kelleher and the confirmation of Flekken. So I'm sure it won't be long. So, he's done okay at times. I won't totally, roast him. I think he's been pretty good at times and done some amazing saves at times. I've got to admit that. But he's still, the negatives are outweighing the positives in a way. And, I think he just had to go. He just wasn't what we need. And now we have got what we need, a proper keeper. And I just think it was the right thing to do. And it was just a matter of when I think it was going to happen. And obviously now it has. And really happy, really pleased about it, And obviously I'm going to talk about a real big sort of thing going on at the moment, negotiations for a transfer. And that will mean I've got to change this again, guys. So just bear with me and, bear with. And I'll just bring this up. Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry, hold on a minute, guys. Here it is. And sorry, just bringing it up. Hold on a sec. I've just got to do this. I think I'm lagging a bit now. That's not good. Yeah, I'm slowing up here, lagging, I think, which is a bastard. Sorry about this. It's going slow now. Apologies for the guys. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry about this, people. Getting this up very soon. And yeah, it's about this guy, Brian Bramo. I'm sure Rich and all that will be interested in this because apparently he's linked with Man United, negotiations ongoing there or something, apparently, allegedly. But there is got an article here which might mean it's not. That's not the case. But I'll read this. Here we go. Rich is saying, I caught some Lucas stream. Does Mike rate your keeper? I know you don't. Yeah, he does. He does rate him, Rich, yeah. Mark Flekken. But, sorry, I don't. I know what he's done wrong. I know he's made the mistakes, and for me, he's got to go. I'm sorry. Just had to. James Dunlop again. One player I think will be one to watch next season is Kevin Shardy. Yeah, the lad has got some ability. He has. He definitely has, James. And I'm glad we still got him. I'm glad nobody bought him. Because apparently there was interest in him. So it's a good job we got him, mate. Glad we still got him. But anyway, to talk about Brian Bramo. And yeah, well, let's have a look at this article. Apparently, it might not be going ahead with Man United, and I'm glad, to be honest. I'd rather see him go to a team like Newcastle or something in the Champions League rather than United, because what have they done? they were miles below us this season, down near the bottom, and didn't win Europe either, did they? Didn't win the Europa League, so they can't offer him much, surely. Quite a bit of money, maybe, but if Bramo's ambitious, he goes somewhere they're going to win things. And I think that's Newcastle myself. I really do. Yeah, it's Brian Bramo next club odds. Man United not favourites to land Brentford star. There we go. Newcastle United have emerged as favourites to sign Brian Bramo this summer, despite interest in the Brentford forward from the likes of Arsenal and Man United. But he's definitely going to Arsenal either, is he? No way. Shouldn't do. He knows what's good for him. He won't go there. The 25-year-old has been with the Bees since 2019, when they were still in the Championship, and he joined them from French side Troyes, whatever it's Troyes. Yeah, I think that's it, Troyes. He has been an integral part of the team ever since and has developed into a standout Premier League performer, enjoying his best season so far this time round. The Cameroon international scored 20 goals in 38 top-flight games, obliterating his previous best of 9, which he managed in each of the previous 2 seasons. Yeah, superb. Brilliant. 20 goals. Amazing. Unsurprisingly, those goal-scoring feats have attracted the attention of bigger clubs, and Brentford are expecting bids to come in this summer. Red Devils reportedly opened negotiations with Brentford for Bramo last week, having also agreed a deal to sign Matthias Cunha from Wolves. Arsenal also thought to be interested in the Bees forward, although he's not necessarily their top priority, with the likes of Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams also on their radar. Can't see him getting him either, you know. Arsenal will fuck everything up, as they usually do. The Sun report that Newcastle have joined the race to sign Bramo, and the bookmakers certainly agree, as the Magpies are now favourite to land him this summer. I don't want him going to Arsenal or United, no. Having secured Champions League football for next season, and after some quiet transfer windows, Newcastle are ready to spend big again this summer, with Bramo one of their key targets. Brian Bramo next club odds. Bet 365 odds on Brian and Bramo club on 3rd of the 9th, 2025. And always bet responsibly, by the way, people. Before I say any of this. 4-5 Newcastle. 5-2 Man United. 6-1 Arsenal. 7-1 he stays at the Bees. Well, we'll take that as well. We'll be happy with that. But I think he may just move on somehow. 12-1 Tottenham, and what's that? 18-1 is that? Or is it? Yeah, 18-1. I think Liverpool. Brentford manager Thomas Frank is always accepting that his club will sell their top players if an appropriate offer comes in, and it will be no different this summer. I can definitely understand the interest in him, the Bees boss said of Bramo. Bramo. I call him Bramo. Some people call him Bomo or Bomo. I call him Bramo. There should be interest in him. He is at his best age. He has scored 20 goals. Yeah. I'd like to keep him, but we are selling clubs, so if someone comes in with the right price. Speaking to Sky Sports, he added that the right price will not be cheap, saying, I've said many times we are a selling club, but at the same time we have to reinforce that there are 10 clubs in the world who aren't selling clubs. So, of course, if the right price, and that's going to be expensive, is coming, then I'm sure the club will be open for it. But I'm very happy he's here. And I'm convinced that Brian will still be happy playing football here. The forward's contract only runs until next year, although the club has the option to extend it by a further 12 months. Brentford would be very unlikely to accept an offer of under 50 million for Bramo this summer, after only Mo Salah, Alexander Isak and Erling Haaland scored more Premier League goals than him over the season. Yep. I still think, I'm sure it said at least 60, 65 million. So, there you go. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so he should cost a lot. You know, he's worth it. Been a great player for us. James Dunlop again. Man United, no disrespect for me, isn't the right move. I agree. Totally agree for Bramo. Newcastle is a shout. Yeah. Totally agree, James. 100%, mate. Bramo should stay at Bees. Well, he should, Warren, but will he? He might want to go, you know, get a trophy or something somewhere. He might be ambitious, so he's not to say we won't win something eventually, but it could be a long time. But, you know, I want him to go where he wants to go if he wants to go and win something. But I just don't want him going to United or anyone like that, you know. Not United, not Arsenal. James Dunlop, all right, Warren? Yeah, be up to Warren. Brilliant. See you in here, buddy. Brilliant. He has more chance of winning something at the Bees than at Arsenal. Exactly, yeah. Definitely, mate. Definitely. With your stupid clown manager, prick of a manager. Yeah. 150 mil minimum. Yeah, well, we'd love that, mate. Fucking hell, would we? Don't mind getting that money in. But, you know, it won't be that, unfortunately. It only looks like 50 mil. Although I still think 60, 65 in the end. And if it's true, Newcastle may pay that amount, at least up to that. So let's get what we can, a big sum for him, you know. And if he does go, that is. Because I'll be happy if he stays, you know. Really will. But, all right, let's get to the next one. And I think this could be dead in the water, though. But I'll bring this up. Hold on a minute. Put this... let's get this background on. This could be dead in the water, I'm afraid, for this guy, Anthony Milambo, who we've shown plenty of interest in, and apparently talked to him. And one stage he came over here apparently, and that was in negotiations, talking to us. But then I think his agent waded in and saying he shouldn't be coming here and this and that, and the manager. James Dunlop, never say never. Palace won the FA Cup, Newcastle and Tottenham both won a trophy. You never know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we always live in hope, mate. We can win something. I think that Carabao Cup is something we could win. I really do. We've always been there or thereabouts in that. So I think that's possible, the Carabao Cup, you know, and maybe getting into Europe. So, but anyway, going on to this guy, another young player, a lot of talent, 20 years of age now. I've got articles, obviously, I'm going to bring up. But the thing is, it might not be happening. But you never know. Yeah, Warren's team took a high at James Dunlop. I hope you are well. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll bring this up and talk about this, guys. Just get this up now. And we'll talk about it. Right. Anthony Milambo lands in England as transfer to Brentford gets underway, but I wouldn't believe that because that hasn't happened. This was like 3 weeks ago, I think. And we've had no more about it, so I don't think it's happening. James Dunlop, not too bad. Thanks, Warren. You. Warren's always all right, isn't he, mate? Well, most of the time. Apart from talking about Arsenal, which he hates. He hates their fucking manager, that Muppet manager, prickhead. But anyway, Anthony Milambo lands in England as transfer to Brentford gets underway. Well, as I say, that hasn't actually happened, as far as I know. There may have been talks, but I think he's gone back to Feyenoord. Unfortunately, I don't think it's happening. It says here, Anthony Milambo, 20, seems to be getting closer to the next step in his promising career. The talented Feyenoord midfielder is reportedly in England with his agents to sit down with Brentford and finalise a move to the Premier League. Well, I say this was May the 8th, so Thursday. So we are talking at least 3-4 weeks ago. And had no more since, so I can't see it happening. It probably is dead in the water, I think. According to insiders, there is a very real chance that the 20-year-old midfielder will make the permanent move to England. Brentford are determined to bring the Dutchman in and have confirmed that it will meet Milambo's personal conditions. He is expected to return to Rotterdam with a personal agreement before playing in the match against PSV on Sunday. Brentford see Milambo as a versatile addition to the midfield, where there is room for reinforcement, particularly due to injuries and inconsistent performances. Milambo could compete with the likes of Mikael Damsgaard, Yihar Yarmouk and Fabio Carvalho, who is currently sidelined with a long-term injury. Feyenoord have now been formally notified of the latest developments and expects to receive a matching substantial offer in the short term. The Rotterdammers are aiming for a total package of €25 million and seem to be preparing for a summer without Milambo, who has become a regular in the selection since his debut in 2021 under Arne Slot. With 57 official matches, 8 goals and 9 assists, Milambo has built up a solid resume, which has also put him on the radar of clubs outside England. Yeah, he's supposed to be very talented. I think he made a debut when he was he 16, I believe, and trying to think, he knocked that guy off that played for Liverpool, midfielder. Dutch, can't think of his name at the moment. But he knocked him off that slot as the spot as the youngest player. Can't actually think of his name. You can try and help me out maybe in the comments there, guys. Was a Dutch midfielder for Liverpool. Went to Liverpool. Obviously from Holland. James Dunlop, not too bad, thanks. Oh yeah, we've read all that. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Can't think of it at the moment, but I'm sure people will come up with it in the comments. But yeah, so he's apparently supremely talented, gifted, another youngster, of course, young player. We like getting these young players in. They've got promise and talent, you know. But unfortunately, it may be dead in the water, I think, because it looks like it's not happening. It's supposed to be 3 or 4 weeks ago. There's been no more since. So, no, I don't think it's happening, guys, unfortunately. So that's really just a rumour and just, something you can't rely on. That's not really true. And some of these are just rumours, let's be honest. It's just, BS, some of it as well. So, but I'll move on to one that we have signed, and another youngster, in fact. And it's this guy here. It's Ramel Donovan from Birmingham. Birmingham. Come from Birmingham. Got a cold. First class ticket to Nottingham. Sorry, guys. I had to do that with a cold. Tunes help you breathe more easily. Do you remember that? I don't think they even sell tunes now, apparently. I think they stopped selling them. Used to love them. They're almost like sweets to me. I know they weren't, but, mainly for colds. But I love tunes. I used to get cherry, blackcurrant, strawberry, all different flavours, I don't know what's happened to them. I think they have stopped making them now. I don't know why, but there we go. But getting back to the football, right, I just want to try and get this background. Hold on a minute, guys. Just get him on the background here. There we go. And Rumours Donovan, we signed for Birmingham permanently. And, this looks another good signing, another good youngster, I think. Hold on a minute, just get this up again. Actually, I'll do this one. Let's put this one up. What's going on? Not working. Hold on a minute, guys. Shit. Well, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Yep. B sign, outstanding teenager Donovan from Birmingham. Brentford has signed Rumours Donovan from Birmingham City on a 5-year deal. The 18-year-old attacking midfielder joined Brentford B on loan in February, scoring 11 goals and providing 10 assists in 15 games. Brilliant. Donovan will now join Thomas Frank's first-team squad after impressing. B's director of football, Phil Giles, said, "When Rumours arrived on loan in January, we knew he was a talented player with potential. But it's fair to say that in his time with us, he's exceeded our expectations. His performances for the B team have been outstanding, and he has shown himself to have a desire to work hard in training. He has earned his place in our first-team squad for next season. He will need to continue to work hard on and off the pitch to continue his progression with us towards first-team matches." I'll try and bring that other one up if I can, which is actually on the Brentford website. Here we go. Here we go. And, yep. Brentford signed Donovan on permanent deal. Rumours Donovan has signed for Brentford from Birmingham City on a 5-year deal with a club option of an additional year. The 18-year-old, who initially joined Brentford B on loan in February 2025, has now joined the Bees permanently. Director of football Phil Giles, it's fair to say that in his time with us, he's exceeded our expectations. Brentford, this is written by the club itself. Brentford has completed the permanent signing of Rumours Donovan from Birmingham City. The 18-year-old attacking midfielder initially joined Brentford B on loan in February and has now penned a 5-year deal. The club has an option to extend his stay by a further 12 months. Donovan made 15 appearances for the Young Bees in the second half of the season, scoring 11 goals and providing 10 assists. He will be promoted to Thomas Frank's first-team squad ahead of the 25-26 campaign. Director of football Phil Giles said, "When Rumours arrived on loan in January, we knew he was a talented player with potential, but it's fair to say that in his time with us, he's exceeded our expectations. His performances for the B team have been outstanding, and he has shown himself to have a desire to work hard in training. He has earned his place in our first-team squad for next season. He will need to continue to work hard on and off the pitch to continue his progression with us towards first-team matches." What a strike. Shame I can't show that, guys, because it'd be copyright, unfortunately. I think that may have been against Bournemouth. I think he scored. It was a cracking goal. I see it. I remember it. Yeah. Prior to joining Brentford B, Donovan had spent the first half of the season on loan at League One side Burton Albion. He played 9 times for the Brewers, with his first goal in senior football coming in his final outing, a 5-2 Football League trophy win at Northampton Town. The exciting teenager, who also made 10 appearances for Birmingham across the Championship and FA Cup during 23-24, has also represented England at under-18s and under-19s level. I think that's about it. Or I might just look at this yet. Yarmulke signed a new long-term deal. Brentford midfielder Yeha Yarmulke has penned a new long-term deal with the club. Brilliant, keeping the 21-year-old Ukrainian international in West London until the summer of 2031. Bees head coach Thomas Frank, Yeha has been in our first team squad for 2 seasons where he's had a good natural development this year. This year he's added another level. Brentford midfielder Yeha Yarmulke has committed his future to the club by signing a new long-term contract. The 21-year-old's new deal runs until the summer of 2031. The club has an option to extend his stay by a further 12 months. Yarmulke made 35 appearances in all competitions in the 24-25 campaign, with 31 of those outings coming in the Premier League. He started 9 of the final 10 games of the season for Thomas Frank's side. He also made his senior Ukraine debut against Belgium in March. I'm very happy to sign a new contract with the first team, said Yarmulke. It just gives me more energy to work even harder. I really enjoyed the season, starting in the Premier League and making my senior Ukraine debut. I'm so proud of myself and just want to keep going. You always need to have something to improve. I want to improve everything in my game to take myself and the team to the next level. On the length of his new deal, he added, "It's very important for me. I'm so grateful to the club for this, and it gives me more confidence and enjoyment in playing football." Yarmulke signed for the Bees in July 2022 for an undisclosed fee from Ukrainian side SC Dnipro 1. Initially joining up with Brentford B, he made his first team debut that November in the Carabao Cup tie against Gillingham. And despite injury ending his 22-23 season prematurely, was rewarded with a new 5-year contract less than 12 months after moving to West London. His Premier League bow followed in October 2023 when he replaced Matthias Jensen in the second half of a 3-0 win against Burnley at GTEC Community Stadium. In total, the Ukrainian, whose 2 senior caps to date both came against Belgium earlier this year, has made 66 appearances for the club, with 58 of those coming in the league. I'm so pleased, said Bees head coach Thomas Frank. It's another big success story for the B team. Neil McFarlane and his team did a great job to get him ready for the first team. Now he's been in our first team squad for 2 seasons where he's had a good natural development. Last year he got minutes in more or less all the games. This year he's added another level. The good thing with Yeha is that he's one of the best trainers. He trains hard and with good intensity. That's the best way to get into the team. Frank added he started the last 6 games, which is his next step. He's a fantastic pressing player. He's dynamic and he covers so much of the pitch. He's strong in duels and he has a drive to run forward. I like the way he distributes over the pitch. Yeha has a few development areas as he's still a young player, but he is another good example of a Brentford player who will make us better in the future and who will also get better himself. Yarmulke is the 5th first-team player to commit their future to the Bees since the start of 2025. In January, Keane Lewis-Potter, Aaron Hickey and Mikael Damsgaard all penned new deals, while 2 months later, Captain Christian Norgard signed a new 2-year contract which runs until the summer of 2027. So, good stuff there, guys. Good stuff. You know. Sign these players up. Big time. Brilliant. And, it's looking good in the transfer window so far. So let's hope we can keep this going, guys. I really do. And, there's going to be plenty more transfer streams coming up. Obviously, I've got to do a reaction and obviously confirmation for the Kelleher deal and Flekken going to Bayer. Others, if there's any other transfers, obviously, anyone else coming in or leaving, then obviously I will do one. Keep doing them. And I've still, don't worry, especially for you, Warren, I've still got that thing to come about the list of the players that I hate have scored against us and don't score against anyone else. That video, that stream will be coming fairly soon. Don't worry, it's definitely coming, Warren. I know you really want to see it. So, although I don't really want to go through it with all these shithead, wanky players that don't score against anyone else, like Darwin Núñez, fucking Havertz, and Kearney, Wilson, the list goes on. It really does. But, I'll be bringing that out next 2 or 3 days probably. James Dunlop, early days, but you're making some promising deals, especially in the long term. Yeah, cheers, bro. Yeah. Hopefully you'll have a few deals to do. Everton, wouldn't you? I'm sure you will, James, Hopefully get a few deals sorted. The new players, have you got anyone that you know of yet you're buying? Anyone you're bringing in or letting go? Everton? Leave it in the comments, mate, if you know of anyone you're trying to sign. Quickly before I go, because I'll be bouncing very soon now, guys. Very soon. Obviously, I've gone through it all the news, basically. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. Please keep liking, smashing the likes, subbing if you're new. I've lost 1 sub again, so I'm down to 129. But the more you can keep subbing, the greater it'll be. I really want to get up to 150, Please get me there. Guys, that'd be brilliant. That next milestone, 150. But I don't know why I've lost the sub, but I won't take it personally. But anyway, if you do like this content, you want to keep subbing and smashing the likes, please do. Thankful for your support and everything, guys. Thank you, my loyal members here that keep watching, live or on playback or in the live chat or even on the panel at times. So thank you, guys. It means a lot. Brilliant. And obviously, until the next one, which will, as I say, will possibly be tomorrow, especially they confirm Kelleher coming, that confirmation. And obviously Flekken going to Bayer. Once I get all that, it probably will be tomorrow if it happens. So, but I probably will do a stream tomorrow anyway. But anyway, guys, it's been great. Thanks to everyone that's been in the live chat. James Dunlop, of course, Warren's team talk there. Red Devil United, Jordan, Kev, Sane. Thanks to all you guys. Brilliant. Superb. And as I say, we're on watching live on playback. Thank you once again. And there is something there from James. Cheers, mate. Take care. Let's see what happens. What else happens this window? Yeah. No worries, bro. No worries, bro. You take care. Have a good one. And I'm going to bounce people anyway. So until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye for now.